this is Linda and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about karma, and this video is going to be a little different in that probably will be a lot shorter than my other videos, but it's also only for the purposes of me expressing myself. Though arguably you can say the other videos are for that too. But in the other videos I try to provide some information that would be useful to you. And while I think some of this information or my perspective on this may be useful to you, really the point of this video is for me to sort of vent a little bit. And the video is about karma because I want to share with you what my definition of karma is. And it's mostly because I have a bit of a pet peeve with this idea that karma is punishing. And you know, the phrase that we constantly hear is karma's a bitch. And it actually reminds me, I was raised, for those of you who don't know, I am from Puerto Rico and I was raised Catholic. I went to Catholic school most of my life, and I am not a Catholic anymore. I am an agnostic. And I respect all religions, but it reminds me of this Judeo-Christian vision of God as a punishing God. This idea that, you know, if you do something wrong, karma, the universe, God, whatever, is going to come and slap you down and put you right back in your place. And that is actually a bit of a pet peeve of mine because in my opinion, what is my truth is that is a misinterpretation of what karma actually is. Now, I am not a guru or anything like that, so I don't have the key to the secrets of the universe, but karma for me feels more, that is more about balance than it is about punishment. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I've never used karma's a bitch statement. I have in the past. I think it's been several years at least since the last time I've used it, but I have in the past, and it is a very common thing to say. But the reason why it bothers me a little bit is, like I said, I think it's a misinterpretation of what karma really is. And to me, karma is about balance. It's about having the full range of experiences that the universe is able to provide for you. So, for example, we live in a universe that is ruled by certain laws. And some of the laws that rule our universe are the law of polarity and the law of attraction. And if you want to know more about that, I do have a video, I think, about the law of attraction and manifestation. I haven't done anything about the law of polarity, but if you want to look that up, I'll probably talk about that in the future. But if you want to look that up, you could go on YouTube. There's plenty of videos about it out there. But just suffice it to say that those are two of the rules that that apply in our universe, right? And specifically when we talk about the law of polarity, which is there's up, down, left, right, black, white, etc., right? There's duality in our universe in almost every aspect. That to me is what karma to me aligns with that law. In that we come to this universe, we come to this human experience, existence, lifetime, whatever you want to call it, to have as much expansion as we possibly can, as much learning as we possibly can. And the way to achieve that is by having the broadest range of experiences that we possibly can. So there's this belief, right, of oneness. If we think about the universe and oneness, and that oneness, the reason why we are now individuals and we individualize from oneness is because oneness wanted to experience itself and know itself, and the easiest way to do that is to experience itself in all kinds of shapes, forms, and flavors, right? Now, if we put that together with this idea that we live in a universe where that is ruled by many laws, but one of them being the law of polarity or duality, is that you can have black or white, and or white. You could have left and or right. You could have up and or down. And what that does is it shows both extremes, but also includes a spectrum in between. And for me, that is the easiest way to view karma. The idea of karma for me is that if you are experiencing one polarity, Karma is about balance, and in order for you to be able to balance that experience, you need to experience the opposite polarity and possibly everything in between. Meaning you experience black, white, and all other 50 shades of gray, no pun intended. I just thought of no pun intended. But basically the entire spectrum of experiences that go from one extreme to the other. That to me is what karma is about. It's about trying to achieve the maximum expansion and extract the maximum expansion and growth and learning that you have from this lifetime, or from multiple lifetimes anyways, throughout the trajectory of your soul. And the best way to do that is by experiencing both extremes and everything in between. So for example, if in one lifetime you are someone who is a caretaker of someone who is severely disabled, you may want later in this life, or potentially in another lifetime, for those of us who believe in multiple lifetimes, be born as someone who is in fact severely disabled. So you have the experience of being the caretaker, but also of being the person who is being taken care of. And it is not to punish you for having been a bad caretaker or a good caretaker or whatever caretaker, is so that you can have a full range of understanding of the human experience. Now, I don't believe that you need to experience personally both extremes in order to be able to absorb that understanding. I think by connecting with other people and really engaging in their experience, you may be able to experience both sides and multiple shades in between of the polarities. But that really is what my definition of karma is, and that's really why I wanted to create this video, just because it is, I probably need to work on letting that go, but it's a bit of a pet peeve of mine, because I do feel that it still continues this narrative that, you know, our universe, our God, our, you know, surroundings are always, there's always good and evil, etc. And while I understand that there is definition, we can define those in a variety of different ways, I do strongly believe that everything in the universe is happening for your highest and best and maximum expansion. So that's what this video is about today. If you have any questions or any comments, if you want to give me what your definition of karma is, or if you want to just tell me that I'm crazy and that it is about punishing someone, feel free to write that in the comments. And as always, thank you for your attention, and until next time, namaste.